Today is like the first day it's been sunny in almost 2 weeks here. It is currently 5:13 in the afternoon. I got up at 2 p.m. today, so late start to the day, but I think I'm gonna go out and walk around. We'll see how that goes. Today is October 30th. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm not really sure what the plan is for the next year to come. I had this idea of wanting to do videos, wanting to do something creative, something artistic, but right now I'm struggling to find some sort of income. I'm struggling to find a job. Job market's not looking really good right now. I have a tutoring gig, $35 an hour, once every week. So I'm making $35 a week in Canadian currency, so like $2 USD. But I don't want to be self-deprecating all the time. I don't want to be woe is me. I want to be more hopeful. And I came to that decision last night, and today, would you look at that, it's sunny. So I think God is on my side. I think it is going to be more hopeful. Something that I've been struggling with for a while now is that I am not really comfortable with putting myself out there to a meaningful extent, meaning that I can do whatever I want in the comfort of my own room. I like to record a lot of things sometimes, but when it comes to actually going out and doing it, I really struggle with that. I feel like if I go out and do stuff, people are going to view me as a weird loser who's trying to become a YouTuber, and that's not really what I want other people to see me as. I want them to not see me as this weird guy who's just trying to start a YouTube channel. I want them to see me as a young buck who wants to be an artist in some way and create some sort of artistic content. I've been using this channel as a way to kind of express my thoughts, mainly my evolving mindset over the years, or I guess I've only been doing this for like a year, almost 2 years now. Just kind of things that I've been thinking about that have helped me move and navigate through the world. But I feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm kind of repeating myself, and so that probably means that I've figured out most of what I theoretically need to do, and now it's time to start actually doing. So see this as the foray into starting to actually do something. I bought this camcorder about 5-6 months ago when I graduated, like a little bit before I graduated university. And it's because my roommate actually got this exact same camcorder, the Sony HDR SR11 or 12. I think he has the 12, but I got the 11 because it's the cheaper one, it's silver. For a while, I used to use this, the Canon PowerShot A2500, which is an awesome camera. I still love it to this day, and the benefits of it is it's really small and you can carry it wherever. This camcorder is a lot bigger. It's not as easy to actually hide. As you can see, it's a pretty big thing. So it's a lot harder for me to work up the courage to kind of bust it out in public and use it in a meaningful way. So today I'm going to try doing that. The sun is almost setting, however, but you know, it's never too late to start. I don't really know what I'm trying to do with my life right now, but I don't think you can get anywhere by just sitting around and thinking all the time. I think at a certain point, you kind of have to get up and you just have to go and do something. And so that's what I'm going to try to do today, is I'm just going to get up and I'm going to do something. Right now there are about like hundreds of thousands of people going back on their way home after work, and I feel so embarrassed to pull out a camera in front of them. I mean, even right now, I'm like kind of sitting on this bridge all alone because the bridge, it's closed off, so no one can really go anywhere here, so no one's going to be passing by me. And this is the only place where I feel comfortable kind of recording and talking to a camera in public. And like I mentioned at the start, I've been kind of obsessed with thinking about ways to kind of improve my own life, kind of put myself on a path closer to where I want to be. But one of the biggest things that I think is stopping me is that all the time when I come up with these things is in the comfort of my own room. It's never outside in the applied world. And I think you can only get so far thinking about things in a private space, but you have to actually go out and apply it into the real world. And so not to say that all the things that I've thought about on productivity hacks, becoming more effective habits and stuff like that were worthless, but I think one domain that I haven't really explored is applying it out into the real world. Now this goes for anything creative, or even if you want to get a normal job and you want to just have your own kind of career, I think this also works for that too, because to get a job, you kind of have to put yourself out there, especially now in today's world. Filling out job applications online aren't going to get you anywhere. It's about networking, the whole LinkedIn kind of bubble term. So, yeah, I'm at kind of like a rock bottom of my life right now at 23. I've gained 20 pounds over the past 5 months. I know that sounds insane, but yeah, I was 175. Now I'm 195, which is pretty cool. And I don't have a job. I'm making $35 a week right now, at least for the next 2 months. I'm at a rock bottom, but I think this is a good way to apply everything I've learned so far theoretically, and also learn how to take these things into the real world and how to get better, even better than I was. So, yeah, do things in the real world. I don't really think I expanded enough about why I'm so scared to do things out in the real world. The thing that I think I'm the most scared about is how people perceive me. I want to do cool things, right? I want to do genuinely cool things that are interesting, that show people kind of like the way I think, the way I view the world, and hopefully allows other people out there to relate and kind of, find this sense of, wow, someone else thinks in the same way, someone else has viewed something in the same way, someone else has gone through a similar thing, and they kind of latch that onto their lives and they use it to kind of transform their perspective a little bit. That is a very poor telling of kind of what makes me attracted to, doing art, creating things, putting it out there so much. But one of the reasons I'm more comfortable with kind of like pulling out, an iPhone to take a video of something rather than a camcorder to take a video of something is because I have a fear that people will perceive me as someone who's doing it just as like a fad, or I'm trying to have the identity of someone cool. I'm trying to use these vintage things because I want to be viewed as someone who does vintage things rather than actually using the tools to capture some sort of the essence of what these vintage digital recorders do. It just sounds very confusing. I guess to put it plainly, I don't want to be seen as being performative in any way. I kind of just want to be seen as doing the thing, right? Because that's what I want to be doing. I want to be doing this. I'm not doing this as a performance or an act. This is just what I'm doing. And that is the thing that stops me the most from doing these things in public, is there seems to be a trend online of, wanting to be an individual, wanting to be individualized, breaking free from the mold, kind of a Y2K aesthetic as well, single purpose tech. And unfortunately, that is all stuff that I really like and I really gel with. And I hate being perceived as trying to ride the trend and hop on the bandwagon. And I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers me so much so that I will stop myself from doing things that I actually like, because I think other people will view me as really, weird and lame. Like, oh, this is just a kid who's trying to hop on the Y2K tech bandwagon, and he's also trying to become a YouTuber influencer when everyone's trying to be an influencer. And I don't know how to say, like, no, I've just always liked this kind of stuff, you know? This is the stuff that I grew up watching. This is the stuff that I think is really cool. And so that's why I want to make it, because, you know, that's what I like. And I guess the biggest thing that I have not, theoretically I know this, but I haven't really taken it to heart, is that I have to just stop caring about other people, what they think. And I just have to do. Because in caring about what other people think, those other people are not doing what I want to be doing, all right? They're doing something entirely different. So why should I let their judgments impact what I want to do in my own life, right? That's really stupid. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording. That's really stupid, right? So I shouldn't let those things impact me. I should just do what I want to do, even if it's either on a bridge where nobody's going to walk here, or it's on a bridge where people are walking by, 500 people are walking by. I should still feel comfortable monologuing to myself, saying these kinds of things, and putting it out there. Because if I'm not, then what the hell? How can I expect to get anywhere? Both creatively and actually in making money. How am I supposed to make money if I'm not confident, comfortable, if I'm scared of what other people think? I shouldn't be scared, basically. So now I'm just gonna spend the rest of the time walking now. I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna walk around. That's it. I put myself out there enough today. Oh, check that out. Creepy. I'm so scared of judgment, guys. I will go out into a dark forest and die, then let someone see me recording with a camcorder. Whoa. Okay, yeah, you legit can't see anything when it's like this. Well, I'm back home, and one more thing that I was thinking about was movies. I love art creation, and one of the biggest things that got me into that was watching movies that are really cool. Charlie Kaufman, in particular, my favorite director. Stuff like that. I really love that kind of stuff. And I haven't watched a movie, an actual movie, in probably a couple months. I am so bad about getting up the time to watch movies, but I watched 500 million YouTube videos. I know, brain rot, etc. But the movie that I've been thinking of watching very recently was Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. I love Paul Thomas Anderson. I love his films. Awesome movies, right? Super, super cool. I love artists that make movies that are just so, they got so much style. You can feel the director's touch on them. So I want to watch One Battle After Another. I've been putting it off for so long, but I'm going to go look to see if there's a ticket available. And if there is, I'm going to go see it. Boom! 12:40 p.m. There is a seeing. But I'm going to buy this ticket, and I'm going to go see that tomorrow. And that'll reinvigorate, It's important to surround every moment of your day, your life. Try to include it with more things that inspire you, that make you feel good, that kind of remind you of your passions, of what you like. Just give you that, that oomph feeling. So I haven't been doing that a lot. I need to get better at that. I need to stop. I need to cut out these YouTube, TikTok, Instagram reel doom scrolling, because that's really bad. I need to fill it with more things that are actually cool. If I do watch a YouTube video, I'm going to watch something cool, like Annie Austin. He dropped a video on ranking the GTA airports. That was a cool video. I love his kind of stuff. Yeah, gotta hop on that. That's about it. That's it.